There was a time when Serie A wasn't just another top league. It was the league. The place where the best players, the best defenders, the smartest coaches, and the toughest atmospheres in football all existed at the same time. Back then, if you wanted to prove you were truly world-class, you went to Italy. This is the story of when Serie A was the best league in the world, and why it no longer is. In the late 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, Serie A was football's ultimate test. Italy had AC Milan at their peak, Juventus dominating Europe, Inter packed with global superstars, Roma, Lazio, Parma, Fiorentina competing at elite levels. On any given weekend, you could watch Maradona, Van Basten, Gullit, Rijkaard, Ronaldo Nazario, Baggio, Zidane, Del Piero, Maldini, Nesta, Cannavaro. And this wasn't just about names. Serie A was tactically ahead of everyone else. Defending wasn't just a skill, it was an art. Arrigo Sacchi once explained that defending well was just as creative as attacking, and Serie A embodied that idea perfectly. Every match felt like a chess game. Every mistake was punished. Players knew Italy was different. Michel Platini described Serie A as the most demanding league in the world because of its tactical and defensive intensity. Zinedine Zidane spoke about how Italy forced him to think faster, not just play better. Ronaldo Nazario once explained that scoring in Italy felt harder than anywhere else, because defenders studied you, adapted to you, and targeted you every single week. If you scored 20 goals in Serie A back then, you weren't just a scorer. You were elite. Italy didn't protect attackers, it challenged them. No one understood Serie A's difficulty better than José Mourinho. When Mourinho arrived at Inter, he didn't downplay the league. He respected it. Mourinho often spoke about how Italian football teaches you how to suffer, how to manage moments, and how to win without dominating games. After winning the Champions League with Inter in 2010, Mourinho made it clear that his team's strength came from Serie A's tactical culture, where every opponent forces you to think, adapt, and fight. He once explained that in Italy, winning 1-0 isn't ugly. It's intelligence. That famous Inter team proved it. They beat Chelsea, they beat Barcelona, they beat Bayern Munich. Not by playing prettier football, but by playing smarter football. That was Serie A at its peak. If Serie A was once the best, why isn't it now? The reasons are uncomfortable, but clear. First, money. The Premier League exploded financially. TV deals changed everything. Italian clubs could no longer compete for the biggest stars or keep the ones they already had. Second, infrastructure. While England and Spain modernized stadiums and facilities, many Italian clubs stayed behind. Empty stadiums, aging facilities, less global appeal. Third, scandals and instability. Calciopoli damaged trust, reputation, and momentum. Clubs stopped thinking about domination and started thinking about survival. And even today, people who know Serie A best see the difference. José Mourinho, a coach who won everything in Italy, recently said that Serie A no longer produces or attracts top players like it once did. Coming from someone who lived through Serie A's peak, that matters. Mourinho's point wasn't that Italian football lacks quality, but that the level of elite talent has dropped. Back in the day, Italy didn't just develop great players, it attracted the very best from everywhere. Now the biggest stars choose the Premier League, La Liga, or other projects before Serie A. For Mourinho, that shift explains everything. Less money, less global pull, and fewer players willing to test themselves in the hardest tactical league in football. It's a painful truth, especially from someone who once proved that Serie A could still conquer Europe. Even today, Serie A still produces elite defenders, top coaches, tactical innovation. Managers like Guardiola and Ancelotti have both spoken about how much Italian football shaped their understanding of the game. Serie A isn't weak now. It's just no longer the center of the football world. But make no mistake, when Serie A ruled football, it ruled everything. There was a time when winning in Italy meant more than winning anywhere else. When defending was an art, when tactics were ruthless, when legends were forged every weekend. Serie A didn't just produce champions, it produced football intelligence. And while football has moved on, that era of Serie A will always be remembered as the moment when the league truly stood above the rest. So here's the question. Was Serie A the greatest league football has ever seen?